Hey guys, okay, let me show you what this new Web 2.0 covers version 2 product is all about and exactly how it works. Okay, so basically it's a product that allows you to create covers just like these ones that you see in front of you without any design experience and without Photoshop and action scripts. So as you know, other e-cover products usually are based in Adobe Photoshop because they use action scripts to create the 3D effect. But this new package doesn't require Photoshop, uh, and it's very easy to use, so even complete design newbies can use this. And if you're not familiar with the Web 2.0 covers product, I've created version 1 a few months ago, and it was a very successful and popular product. A lot of people liked it and sent uh, raving reviews about it. It was very easy to use, and it created very good results. But I thought, even though I liked it and I was very proud of it, but I thought something was missing. So I went to work on version 2 and I wanted to tweak it to make it even better. So this version 2 of Web 2.0 covers I think is even much better than version 1. I think it's about 3 times better. And I'm gonna show you why in just a minute. But basically what I changed in it is I made the boxes more realistic and more 3D looking. Like I added little touches to them to make them more, polished. All these little things like shadows and shading and all these shine effects, stuff like that. Just an overall more polished look. And I also made it easier to use, and so you can get started right away without, too much learning. And the learning curve is very short in this. And I'm gonna show you in a few minutes just how to use everything. So let me just show you how version 2 compares to version 1. Okay, let me close this down for a little bit. Okay, so this is the cover for Web 2.0 covers version 1. Okay, it looks pretty good. As you can see, it's a pretty simple but pretty cool looking design. Um, and here's the cover for version 2. So here they are side by side. Okay, as you can see, version 2 has a more realistic looking shape. It just looks more realistic and more like a real box, something more professional. Okay, you can see that there's this like a better looking 3D side and top to it. There's a better looking shading effect. There's a little CD with like a shadow behind it, and the effects look better, and it just has like a more professional looking look to it. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I added to the version 2. All of the covers look more polished and they all have this professional polished look to them. This looks almost like you created this with an action script, one of those action scripts that you see in other packages. But this is not with action scripts, and this does not require Photoshop. So you can basically create covers just like these ones. 7 different covers like a box cover, ebook cover, report cover, DVD cover, CD case cover, member card, and a CD itself. So you can create 7 different cover types, and they will all look very professional, very polished, and you can do this in minutes without Photoshop and with no design experience. So let me show you exactly how this works. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to create a box just like this one, literally within minutes using this new Web 2.0 covers version 2 package. Okay, so you get 7 different templates, and let me open up the box template for this example. Okay, and basically the templates I'm using okay, again, I'm using Adobe Photoshop Elements for this, uh, but you can also use a free program called GIMP. You can download it for free at gimp.org. But I would recommend using Photoshop Elements because I think it's a better program. And you can also use Adobe Photoshop. But I'm going to use Adobe Photoshop Elements in this example. So, okay, so each template, like you see here, the box template, you start off with a simple look like this. It already has a simple effect and like a little shape behind it, but you basically start with a template that looks something like this. Okay, and each template comes pre-installed. If you go to the layers palette in Adobe Photoshop Elements here on the side, you can see that each template comes pre-installed with uh, all kinds of different layers and effects. And what these layers are is just they just make up the whole look of the box here. So there's like the shadow, the city, all of this stuff, and you can modify pretty much all of this, all of these layers here. But like don't really worry about this stuff too much, like the shadows. It's already pre-made for you, and it already looks very realistic. So don't really touch this stuff. But if you want, you can get rid of it. For example, if you don't want the city on the box, you can simply uncheck it and uncheck the shadow, and then you can get rid of the shadow too, and then the city is gone. But you can leave it too if you want because it looks really nice. So there's all these layers here. They all come pre-installed in a template, and here's what makes these templates special. You can customize all of this stuff here. Okay, there's layers called effects and there's layers called shapes here, and this is the stuff that you'll be working with. So basically, what this does, the effect layers, they add special effects in the background. Okay, let me get rid of all of these layers here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so without all of these effects and shapes, the box looks pretty much a solid color. It has like a little gradient in it, but it's pretty much just a solid color. But when you start clicking on these effect layers here, you can see that the box gets a special effect added to it. Okay, and the cool thing is you can mix and match these special effects to create more complex looking effects. Okay, so as you can see, all it takes is a few clicks. You just click on this box, you check it or uncheck it, and the box cover gets a really cool looking effect in the background. And the whole idea behind this is so you can quickly create professional looking, software boxes and ebook covers without too much work. You don't have to add, images to this. You don't have to add all these graphics. It's already pre-installed. Okay, so all you do is click on these boxes here, check them or uncheck them, and you have a very cool looking design here. And I got this idea from looking at real software boxes, from Microsoft, Adobe, like real software boxes that you would see in a store. And a lot of them, they look just like this. They have a pretty much like a pretty simple design. It's a very clean design. It's like a some kind of an effect in the background and some kind of white area with just simple text in it. So something like this. Okay, so you can create boxes some like this in minutes, literally. If you want, you can also add your own images in there, but you don't really need to. Okay, so again, to add these effects, all you do is click on them, make them visible or invisible, and you add a cool looking effect just like this to your box within minutes. So let me just recreate this whole box look for you and show you how easy it is to create a cool looking box just like this one using these templates, okay? So let's see what I think this box has this effect. I'm just gonna recreate the whole look for you in a few minutes. It's not gonna be exactly the same, but it's gonna be something like that. Okay, so I think it looks something like this. Now all I need to do is add text to it and I'm pretty much done. So to add the text, just click on the text tool, and when you add the text to the box, make sure, or any cover, make sure that the layer the text is on is above all of the effects and the shapes. If it's below, it won't be visible, it will be behind everything. So make sure that it's above all of these layers. So select something like, click somewhere above all the shape layers, and then click here using the text tool. Okay, Web 2.0 covers, and you can modify the text by highlighting it and then going up here and choosing, the size that you want, the font that you want. You can make it bold, all kinds of different styles. This is where you modify all of the text. Okay, so, and then you can move the text to exactly where you want by clicking on the move tool and just dragging it to the spot you want it to be. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making the cover look just like that one. Now let's just add the final touch by adding version 1 in the background. I mean version 2. Okay, let's make this bigger. And let's choose a font for it. I think it was this. I don't know the exact font that I use, but let's just use this one here. You get the idea. Okay, and if you want the text to blend in kind of like that one, you simply change the opacity on the text layer by going here. Okay, so just like that, as you can see, this literally took me, I don't know, a few minutes, and I recreated pretty much this whole box cover within a few minutes using this whole system. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but you get the idea. And if I want, I can change the look of it within a few minutes easily again. I can change the whole background effect. Okay, I can change the shape. And then just move the text over here. Okay, so you get the idea. And also, of course, you can change the colors of everything here as well. To change the color of the box, the main box, uh, choose the layer called cover. And then there's several ways of doing that. You can simply select the paint bucket tool. Where is it here? Okay, select the paint bucket tool. Then choose the color of the paint bucket tool and simply click on it. It'll change the color for you. I will go all of this stuff in the next video. I'll have a more instructions once you purchase the product. There's gonna be all kinds of little tweaks. I'll show you how to, you know, play around with it more, change the colors, do all these other cool things. I'll have that in the next video once you purchase the product, but I hope this gives you an idea of the kind of covers you can create with this product, and I hope you like it. This is, again, if you have version 1, I think this is much better than version 1. It creates more realistic looking covers, and it's even easier to use this time around. So I hope you like this, and just go down this sales letter and read more of the details to get everything and all the info that you need. And I hope you like it, and I hope you buy this product. So I'll talk to you soon.